Hey guys, we are returning to the Palworld challenge, and as you can see this time, I'm doing things live. Look, forwards, backwards, no having to play around in Shotcut in the editor after the fact. So yeah, if you haven't gathered from my most recent Palworld video, this time I'm actually using Geforce now on the Steam Deck. I've given up trying to get the game to play stably on the Steam Deck. So, yeah, we're just while I'm talking right now, we're just going to cut away to everything you missed out on. Because in the first episode, of course, I had to narrate everything after the fact. And the second episode's worth of recordings are all just clips that I would have to narrate over. So we're just going to fire reel through them just whilst I'm shooting at these chickpeas. So, yeah, what did happen in the last episode's worth that is not actually going to go live because narrating after the fact is a little bit boring. We got ourselves a Taco, which is an exploding Dodo, which turned out to be completely useless and the very first pal for me to actually capture. When I say capture, it was a rescue, just like Floppy, which, yeah, the name, so that's just occurred to me, Floppy, bloody hell. Right, yeah, so we have Taco and Floppy. Floppy is the only one that was actually any good until we actually leveled up Taco enough to be able to remove his one and only move, which was an absolute pain in the backside, Implode. Yeah, that was a pain in the backside. I'm not going to waste my 1 hour of Geforce now, and that's all you get, 1 hour play sessions. I'm not going to waste that hour grinding arrows. I do not. There we go. Focus on same enemy. See, I don't want Taco to go fighting everything, because that thing over there, that Ifridir, is that how you pronounce it? Ifridir? Someone tell me in the comment section if I'm actually pronouncing that right. If I was to let it fight that, I'd probably just get massacred. Now, if you've gotten this far into the video and you're wondering, hey, what actually is the challenge? Maybe I didn't make it clear enough on the thumbnail. Maybe I've forgotten, I got lazy with the thumbnail, who knows? But the challenge is playing through Palworld without just catching anything that comes by. So, the only three methods I have of obtaining pals is either through like a gifting system, like rescues from cages, hatching eggs, or if you happen to be lucky enough to come across a shiny, you are allowed to catch it. Shinies are the one exception to the rule where pal spheres are concerned. So originally, in the rules for this challenge, I could not go in caves. But that wasn't a rule to make the game more difficult. That was a rule to make it actually possible, because every time I went in a dungeon there was a high chance of me crashing. And this is where I realise that I probably could have used a lot more arrows. Oh well. Attack aggressively. Let's just go with that. We'll see if I actually make it through here. Something tells me I'm probably going to have to escape this dungeon. I'm heading for the exit. I cannot beat this one. So while I do, while I play the game with one hand, I'll have a drink with the other. So yeah, only being able to have one pal, because that's all you've been able to find out in the wild, is quite limiting. Now let's... Oh no, wrong button. I think I just wasted something there. How do I change weapon again? There we go. Just levelling up. I wonder, do you yield the same as a chickpea? Please yield the same as a chickpea. I beg you to yield the same as a chickpea. Plus 10. Sweet. Okay. There we go. It's a little bit more XP. 148 to go. I think it's safe to say that in this challenge, going straight for berries isn't a bad idea, because they don't fill you up in terms of your inventory. The stupid Dodo's just sitting there. You're just sitting there. What are you doing? Seriously, mate. What are you doing? You're just sitting there. How did... How are dodos not already extinct in this game is beyond me. Just one tap each of them and carry on moving. And Toco's on what, half health? This is not going to go as clean as I would have hoped. There we go. It's a shame I only do what? What's that? Like a tiny amount of damage? And I'm down again. I should have repaired my armor sooner. Following powers were dropped. Uh-oh. So I have to get all the way back there again. And here we are. We've followed the beacon back to where I saw an unfortunate end. We've got Toco back. And we've got all of our clothes back. Take all. Press the right button. There we go. Got my damaged armor back. Now, of course, when I get the ancient technology parts and a high enough level, eggs are going to be probably the primary way that I actually get new pals. So, every egg I come across, I have to pick it up. Because it is my primary form of recruitment when I get that far. And there we go. We have our level up. We're now at level 8. Gosh, that took a while. I hope level 9 doesn't take as long as level 8 did. I'm going to go with health. Because I died earlier. And it's going to be a very common occurrence if I don't start focusing on health. Now, I need something that I can take out with a level 8 pal. And you'll note... Oh, shoot. No, I did not mean to do that. Please don't catch. Okay, sorry guys, I just broke the rules. How do I dispose? Yes, there we go. I have to ignore that and never actually pick it up. Hopefully, that'll despawn at some point. Otherwise, it's going to be there all game. A constant reminder of how silly I am. Now, what I'm looking for is kind of like a mini boss. Not a mini boss. Not a mini boss, but a mini boss. Boss. I don't know how I ended up on mini boss there. So I need something strong that has lots of experience and maybe some decent loot that I can actually beat at level 8. And it's definitely not going to be Mamorest. You're worse than the Dodo, you're just sitting there. Okay, fine, Dodo, it's your turn. This so reminds me of when we had pet dogs. It's ridiculous. Fight. You know you want to. There we go. Oh, yikes. I think we've picked... Yeah, we've picked a fight we can't win here, Toco. Yay! Using it for no apparent reason. Oh, yeah! Not again. Not again. How often do I do this? Okay, I need to get in the water quick. The fire's over. The amount of times I do that in every single game, it's ridiculous. Whether it's the Forest, Sons of the Forest, Palworld, or any other game where you can accidentally stand on the fire, I am guaranteed to stand on the fire and catch fire. Every single game, without fail. I'm just brilliant at that, aren't I? We are a high enough level to get the egg incubator. All we need is ancient technology points, which if I recall I need to defeat a boss of some sort to be able to get. I can't even defeat like a regular level 10 at the moment, so that is not happening. And that's something I didn't realise until just now. I don't have to be stood here doing the cooking, because that circle actually sorts itself out over time. That's quite handy. I'm going to put even more food on here now. What have we got the most of? Fried egg. I'm going to put as much fried egg on there as possible. Now that I've learned that I can have things cooking passively, I'm going to need more fires, aren't I? Because if there's a raid, you need to be able to see who's coming. Put one there. As well as be able to get extra cooking in. So anyway, yeah, yeah, this could be either a very exciting series or a very boring series. But at the very least, we can actually do this live now, and all I have to do is crop it down. So hopefully this format works out going forwards. Yeah, so goals for the next video: get to the next level without it being boring. So get up to level 9 without it being boring. Hopefully I'll come up with something more exciting to do in the next video. But yeah, this is the grind of not being able to catch pals and literally being stuck with what you get. In my case, a floppy. Yeah. And a bloody dodo. An exploding bloody dodo at that. Thanks again for watching, everyone. Hit that subscribe button if you want to stick around for the next video. And have a good one. Play casual.